In this video, we are going to research the property deed and try to determine who the bank is that has the mortgage on the property. So the deed for the property tells us who owns it, and the mortgage will tell us which bank the owner is currently paying back for the sale. So I always like to start with the property, of course, just to make sure that we have the correct information. So I'm going into the multiple listing service. And I'm putting in property address. This one's already under contingent status, so maybe it's, let's see. Okay, so I pull up the property, and the first thing I can do is basically click on this little book, and this shows me the public record information. This is going to tell me who the current owners are, if there is a current book and page for the property, and there's not for whatever reason. But down here we can see the book and page for the mortgage. So what we're going to do is kind of track it back. Here it says the book and page. Over here it says that the bank is Saxon National Mortgage. I'm going to just double check that to make sure it hasn't changed at all. It's possible, and worth mentioning here, that there are 2 mortgages on the house. There could be 3 mortgages for that matter. What we're going to do is go over here to Google and type in Mass Land Records. This is where we get the registry. Almost all of the properties we work with are in South Middlesex, occasionally Suffolk and Norfolk. But you just click on the region South Middlesex. And over here, you can do a search for the property. It's a drop down. And I'm going to go back to the house address, 33 Kilmo. Kimlow, 33 Kimlow. And I'm only going to search in the town that the property is located in. You know what? It's not listed here. So let's double check one thing. Norfolk County. Alright, so here's a great example. It's not in Middlesex, it's in Norfolk. And some of the information that's available is a little bit different from one county to the next. Let's go see what we can find. Pull up all of the documents. So it's interesting, the bank that's listed here is different from what's listed over here. I'd be inclined to go with this information. You can see how it's being sorted though by maybe oldest to newest. So is there a way to change that? Kind of flip-flop it. Okay, so I got to the end of the list here, and it looks like these are the banks. Deutsche Bank, maybe Saxon, but there's a good chance that it looks like this was discharged, meaning that they basically are not holding them to pay back this mortgage because it was probably given to the next bank holder here. So it was assigned. notice to foreclose. That was public record by Deutsche National Bank. So my bet is that this is the bank that's handling it. Okay, so we have basically searched the bank information. I haven't really done what I promised to do, so I'm just going to do that really quickly. Mass land records. I'm going to just pull up an easy one in South Middlesex. I'm going to pull up my house, 63 Upland. And you could search by book and page too. But you can see the different properties here, or I'm sorry, different documents that have been recorded. Over here is the deed, so I can just easily click on that. Shows that Mary Sullivan sold to me. Click on View Images, and now I have the deed with some basic plot information as far as frontage and things like that. So I could print this out and use that for anyone who's interested. So that is how you research a deed or any liens against the property. Over here, when you owe money on a property, that's called a lien, and so in this case, these mortgages are liens. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.